Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different to the ones that I've posted already. It's going to be more of kind of like a lifestyle advice type video. But what I want to talk about today is 5 ways to wake up earlier in the morning. When I'm talking about earlier, I don't mean 7 o'clock because that's a lie-in for me. I mean like 5, half 5. If you want to know how to wake up earlier, just keep watching. I've always wanted to wake up early and I'd always look up YouTube videos and none of them were realistic for me and for my kind of situation, I suppose. A lot of people are like, oh, get up out of bed or turn on a radio and it'll get you awake, or get up and make your bed. But I share a bed with my husband and he gets up way later than I do, and my priority in the morning is not to wake him, so I can't exactly wake up at half 5 and put on the radio to keep me awake or open the curtains like all of these videos suggest. That's not necessarily applicable to my situation. So maybe if some of you guys have a similar situation to me, then these tips for waking up that little bit earlier might help you. Number 1 tip is preparations. I would wake up early to go to the gym. That's probably the only reason I wake up early. I obviously wake up early to go to work, but not as early as I normally would if I need to go to the gym. For me, I'm a morning person. I'm someone that's very energetic in the morning, and I find that if I'm in the gym early, it gives me energy for the whole day. Preparation is absolutely key. Like, I cannot stress this enough. People say to me in work, how do you get up so early? I'm like, prep everything the night before. When I come in, let's pretend it's Monday. It's Monday evening and I'm coming in from work. I don't sit down. I prep my gym bag the minute I come in from work, just so I don't get lazy later on or get tired and then start going, maybe I won't go to the gym, I'll have a little lie on tomorrow or something like that. I don't do that. I come straight in and prep my bag, get my gym bag all ready, get my towel, get all my outfit that I'm going to wear for the next day, that I'm going to change into in the gym, get it all prepared and get it all ready. So have my bag ready. I also lay out my clothes. So if I'm going somewhere, I'll lay out my regular clothes, but in this case, I'll lay out my gym clothes. And I'll put my gym clothes in the winter, I put them on the radiator. So then you come out of your room and you're like, oh lovely, they're on the radiator in the hall and they're lovely and cozy and warm. If you're somebody like me, I feel the cold really badly. So if you're like that, then it's not going to turn you off getting up early. This isn't all going to be applicable to gym goers like me. It could be somebody that just wants to get up early in order to get to work earlier or just improve their morning routine. In general, prep the night before is so essential. So have a shower the night before if that's something that suits you, if you can do that. The other thing that you want to do then is lay out whatever you want. So if you want to lay out your lunch, prepare your lunch, lay it out, or lay out your breakfast or lay out your coffee. So that's kind of something that I would do, so I can just grab my coffee and go. So I'd actually just pop the little capsule into the Nespresso machine, and when I come down in the morning, then I have the kettle filled and I can just click it, hit the Nespresso machine, and I'm, you know, pretty much good to go in like 2 minutes. So it doesn't actually delay me, or it just doesn't cause me stress in the morning. It's just something that I kind of do automatically. Another thing that I do, and if you're in Ireland, you can definitely at this time of the year agree with me, is set the heating. So if I'm waking up at half 5, I actually have the heating coming on at half 5. You could set it for 5 o'clock if you want to, but I'm not the type of person that sets the alarm, jumps out of the bed. I need 10 to 15 minutes to like figure out where I am in the world, what's going on. I check my phone, and that's just my way of trying to kind of wake myself up and bring myself into that current moment. I know people don't agree with that and it's probably not recommended, but it works for me, and I think that's just, you kind of have to roll with what works for you. Setting the heating really helps me because I'm not, again, getting up in that awful coldness, and you're not kind of feeling like, oh no, my bed is so cozy, I really want to stay in bed. At least, you know, when you get up, the heating is on and you're not just going to feel that really kind of like uncomfortable feeling that you do when you get out of bed and the house is absolutely freezing. Another good point, and my last point on the preparation side of things, is to do something that will make you get up early. So for instance, when I was having like awful difficulty getting up early, what I would do is put my stuff in the car the night before. Now obviously this isn't during winter, but put my stuff in the car the night before and put my makeup bag in it as well. So in order for me to skip the gym or skip getting up early, I would have to go down to the car anyway, if that makes sense. So do something that kind of will motivate you to actually get up early, because you're like, oh, it'll actually be too difficult for me to not go to the gym or to not get up early. If there's anything you can kind of find like that, I find that really, really helps me. So number 2 is really to have a motivator. So have something that you like to do, something that you want to do early in the morning. For some people, that's just sleep. People are like, I don't want to do anything. I'm like, I don't want to be motivated. I just want to sleep. And that's absolutely fine. But if you want to get up early, you want to be getting up early for something that you enjoy and that you like. You don't want to go getting up early for, you know, a dentist appointment. You might have to, but you know, something like that. Traffic for me is a huge motivator. So I work in Dublin and I live outside of Dublin, and traffic is insane. Like from when the schools go back in September right through till May, June, the traffic is crazy. So if I get up early and I hit the gym early, my gym is quite close to where I work. So it means that I'm on the road early and I'm beating the traffic, and that for me is a huge motivator. Like that is something that genuinely gets me out of the bed. I'm like, Amy, do you want to like skip your workout and get caught in traffic, or do you just want to like do your workout? And you know, I quite often just want to do my workout. I do not want to get stuck in traffic. So that's actually a huge motivator for me personally. Again, it's not necessarily people who are gym goers that this is going to apply to. If you want quiet time, if you want time to, be it meditate or work on your hobby, like if you want to do YouTube videos in the morning, that's fine too. If you want to get to your office early and just have quiet time and get through emails before the day gets started. I work in a really busy office, so yeah, that would definitely be a motivator for me. Just to get in and to get ahead of the game. Like that's kind of what I find about getting up early, is that you feel like, oh my god, I'm ahead of the game, like everyone else is asleep and I'm up and I've got a really good start on the day, and that's kind of my motivation in that sense as well. The other thing is to have something nice. So for me, I love coffee, like love coffee. So to have a nice coffee, so to know that I'm getting in the morning, oh, it's lovely now, my clothes will be on the radiator, they'll be all warm, and I'm gonna have a really nice coffee, I'll have a better experience with the traffic in the morning. That is like something that totally motivates me. So if any of those work for you, great. Number 3 is to have an early buddy. By having an early buddy, I mean if you have a partner, if your other half, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, if they are wanting to do the same thing, if they're like, if you're having conversations and you're like, oh, I really want to get up a little bit earlier, help each other out, be each other's buddies and be like, okay, we're awake now, so let's go, let's do these things. If you want to just get up early to just sit and be able to have breakfast together, or maybe just sit and have a coffee, or just sit and chat, or if you both want to go to work out, or whatever you want to do, if you're both going to work early, have a buddy and have somebody that supports what you want to do and supports getting up early. Also, if you had a friend and you had a conversation with your friend where you realised you both kind of want to do the same thing, you could be your kind of buddy in that sense. So you text each other at the same time every morning to make sure the other person is up. So that way you might actually feel like, there's somebody actually dependent on me. It's almost like an appointment. So if I don't text this person back, or if I don't meet that person for my morning workout or for my morning coffee, then, you know, that's pretty crappy of me. So I really do want to get up early so I don't miss that appointment per se. The other one then is, if you follow somebody on social media like we all do and you know that they're an early bird, then make that something that you look at or do, or you're like, oh, they're probably up, let's check their Instagram or whatever. Not in a stalky kind of way, but very much in a okay, that'll motivate me to get up, if that works for you. The 4th point then is to nail your nighttime routine. So there is no way in the world that you're going to be able to get up early if you go to bed super late. Simple as, it's really common knowledge, like common logic, sense, whatever. It's just not going to happen. So you need to nail your nighttime routine. And I don't mean just going to bed early. There's lots of little things you do. This ties into the preparation point from earlier on, but also going to bed early and going to bed at the same time every night. So not going to bed at 12 o'clock one night and expecting to be able to get up at 5:30. Then the next night going to bed at 9. And like, no, just try and keep it constant. For me, I try to be asleep by 10:30, which is quite late when I'm getting up at 5:30, but that's what works for me. It seems to be fine for me. I do sleep an awful lot on the weekends, but it does work. 10:30 is fine. And actually, we've kind of worked it out that my husband tells me around 9:30, it's like a child, like it's time for your bed, and it actually does help me because he's kind of reminding me like you need to get up, do your stuff, and just get to bed. So definitely nailing your nighttime routine is essential. It's not so easy for everyone to have a screen free time before they go to bed these days with the way everything is, but just do whatever relaxes you. But to be completely honest, right, if you're getting up at 5:30 and you're in the gym for 40 minutes or whatever it might be, you are so tired by the time it comes to 9:30, 10 o'clock at night that you don't really need any help in going to sleep. At least that's what I find. Totally just my experience. So point 5, and our last point, and it's a bit kind of wishy-washy, take from it what you will, but I find it important for me. Make a conscious effort to enjoy getting up early. So don't resent it and don't consider it something that's bad. So just make a conscious effort to be like, oh, this is brilliant. I'm getting up early. I'm ahead of the game. This is so enjoyable. Even if your mind is kind of like, I really just want to go back to bed, then, you know, just try and knock it out. Knock out the negativity with positivity and try consciously to enjoy it. So for instance, this sounds a bit corny, but I actually really enjoy the drive because at that time of the morning the sun is kind of just starting to peep and it's actually really, really pretty and I really enjoy it. I'm like, oh wow, this is so nice. There's only a certain amount of people that are going to be able to see this because they're up early and I'm one of them. So that kind of reinforces it to me, and people say to me, why, oh my gosh, you get up so early, that's so crazy. I'm like, but I actually enjoy it. So you have to enjoy it. If it's something that you hate doing, you really just need to reassess the whole thing. So there are 5 tips. I hope you found some of them useful. If you have, please let me know. If there's anything else that you do that you think people might want to know or that I might want to know, leave it in the comments down below, because we're all here to help each other. So I hope you found something different from this video, and if you'd like to, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!